Clements Homebrew.
Coming at ya. Yeah.
This is our 51st Homebrew Wednesday. Unbelievable.
We made it, guys.
We did it. And I'm going to make a quick note here. We want to say thanks to all our subscribers.
Yeah.
We now have 343 subscribers, and we're closing in on how many views, Christian?
I think
24,000. Yeah, 24,000 views. Ridiculous.
that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I know there's some of you guys have way more, but you know that's way more than we ever imagined.
These guys,
that's nuts.
It's good.
And we also need to do a big old shout out to DJ of DJ's Brew Tube.
Yes.
He just closed in on his 300th beer review.
That's pretty good, yeah.
That's quite an accomplishment, I gotta say.
That's a lot of beer to be drinking.
Yeah, well, that's not how many beers he drank. Obviously, much more.
Well, yes.
Oh yeah, and he did. I don't know if you knew, he did the Speedway Stout for his 300th.
Oh, nice.
Good
That's a good
stuff.
stout.
So, also then I gotta mention, 90-day sobriety challenge. And
Smartest idea.
he started on February 26th.
Something around there.
So that makes this his 7th week.
Yeah.
And of, you know,
My veins have been getting
sobriety,
dry
right?
lately.
AKA no beer.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I mean, other than, Red Cross took some of my blood. So, and hopefully they'll be making it out to Boston. I know that they probably need to replenish supplies, and our thoughts go out for those guys.
Well, our thoughts do go out to them. And speaking of replenishing, I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Take a look at that. Tell them what you got.
This is dry soda, and it is the juniper berry. I knew about this at stores. I haven't tried it though, so I mean, I guess it'd be okay to try it out during sobriety.
I'm gonna have just a good old inversion IPA.
That's a good beer.
Yeah.
That's a good beer.
Some good old Deschutes, but
Oh,
here you go.
well, I'm being a wuss. I think it's twist off, but
I don't think it is.
no, it was. Oh well. All right. You get a nice, good beer.
Yeah.
Cheers. Hey, this is only 55 calories. Take that, Miller 64.
So while we're sipping here, we gotta say, before we get talking about the SJPORR Experiment Beer and showing some clips on what we did on that, we've just seen some. No, I'll correct myself. Mrs. Clements Homebrew has seen some interesting articles and things and brought them to our attention.
Because I don't read.
To be honest,
That's too much.
She's much. It's enough keeping up with all your videos. So, Christian, tell them about this one. This was an interesting one. You can show them the picture.
Yeah. So, as you can see, it says beer anywhere, and it's got this like kind of cool like carbonated bottle on there. But basically, it's this. They are talking about your 6-pack being heavy when you go backpacking. So this guy's created concentrated beer, and maybe you guys should hear about
I got
this.
kind of excited about this at first because I love backpacking and hiking.
Yeah, so it says Tetra Brewing's process starts like any ale, and he boils the water and malt to create wort, unfermented beer, then cools the mixture and adds yeast to ferment it. The final concentrate is 10 times the strength of beer. Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean...
Beer shots.
Beer shots, exactly. Yeah, who needs liquor when you got beer shots? But then it says, with the addition of water, it's ready to drink. Just add bubbles. Okay, here's the problem, guys.
Wait, I'm backpacking. Where do I get bubbles?
You gotta buy this. It's $30. And I mean, it's kind of cool.
It's like a carbonator. So okay.
Yeah.
So you just saved a lot of pounds. I'll grant you that.
Yeah.
But now you're gonna carry this thing that looks like it could get busted up.
I mean, it looks glass.
It looks like it could get busted up on the top thing.
You know, and how heavy is the concentrate? Because, you know, you're going to want a couple beers, you know.
And how long does it take of pumping it up to get it carbonated? And
don't expect to have one with your buddy unless he buys his own
Unless he has his
kit.
own little kit. We're like,
it hurts. You know what? I'll backpack an extra 5 pounds of alcohol so I don't have to deal with this process.
And the pump that carbonates the water, that's a little handle. I'm pumping. Oh, I mean, you know, I don't know. If you've ever backpacked, you have a handle for pumping and filtering water.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're just like, it was a clever idea, but in the end, it was an epic fail. That's all I can say.
I'm not gonna buy it. So maybe if one of you guys gets a wild hair up your ass and decides to go for it.
Don't tell us about that.
Well, you know what I mean. But if you want to try it, go for it.
Now I did see a cool thing. It's this thing that you put on to the top of a growler, and it has like a tap handle, and it's got a little CO2 thing. And so you cap basically your beer, and you add CO2. And then you can just kind of shoot it out like with a tap handle to pour beer off your growlers and keep it carbonated over time. It's like, that's pretty cool.
Kind of a cool idea.
I mean,
especially
that's assuming your growler's gonna last more than a day in the first place.
Hair of the dog. You know, we want it to go for a long while.
Get a couple growlers, then you're set.
Because you can only get growlers to leave the place, so I mean...
Growlers stay carbonated as long as they're sealed, right? Well, that's the whole thing. You pop this thing on, now you can keep it carbonated. Now, that's a cool invention.
Yeah.
We did have one other piece of news, which was way cool, because it's for the state of Oregon, and it was in the Oregonian. You know... We've all done projects since we were kids on our states and about the state flowers and the state, you know, tree and the state, I don't know, whatever all the state things, state bird and stuff. Well, Oregon, some of our lawmakers are proposing that we have a state microbe. Yeah,
Yes.
a state microbe. And Republican Mark Johnson from Hood River is proposing that the beer yeast be our state microbe. Yeah.
Hey, why not? I mean...
Does that say something about Oregon and the Portland area in general?
Yeah, I think that's cool. The microbe is yeast. That's cool. I mean, that's how crazy we are out here.
We love where we live. By the way, we need to do a shout out to Mr. Sparty 1995. So Mr. Sparty 1995. He's got a really good channel going, some great videos. He did kind of kill me a little bit because he has this smoker that his wife bought him in the garage.
Ooh,
and he did these ribs and the meat was just falling off the bones in this electric smoker. So he smokes meat and he brews beer, and what all you want to know after that. I mean, you go check out his channel. So we'll have it down here. If you click on the drop down, we'll have a link. But Mr. Sparty 1995, awesome videos, thank you. Enjoyed watching your videos. And speaking of videos, I gotta say, click, click.
Sure.
Sure. Click, click. Meaning, click on our ads.
Oh.
Yes. Have you seen your revenues going up? They've been going up, probably, because I watch a lot of videos, and I faithfully click on ads. Not only that, I go click, and it pops this one open and another tab on my browser. And then while the timer, I start this one, while that timer's going off, I go to the browser and I click on the second page just to see if that gets you extra revenue. It might, I don't know. It only takes a moment. And then I let it sit on the side while I'm off watching your video, and then close both of them when I'm done. But click, click. Do that for all of us, because I want you to click on my ads. I want you to click on everyone's ads. It'll take an extra, minute of your life total in a week. tops. So do that. It's good for the community. Might buy us a couple of cool beers down the road.
Yeah, why not?
Or possibly a whole brew or two. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, time to talk about our SJPORR experiment.
Yes, that was a nice early Friday morning.
Yes, and we started on Friday. 6 days in, actually. Our big yeast starter was so big.
Yeah.
I mean, it was blowing off. I might have video of that, in which case I'll show you. It was just blew a big old messy bucket for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it was basically done. So our original gravity was 1.086.
Yeah.
We were shooting for 1.092, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And our ending gravity at 6 days was 1.021.
Yeah.
And then check out what we did next. Hey everyone, it's rock overtime to secondary day. I just cleaned, sterilizing surfaces here. What do we got? We've got mission figs. Oh yeah. So the way to prepare these is I like to take off the tops of these, and we're going to steam the figs. We're putting in just shy of 1.5 pounds of figs. Figs don't always come across real well in beer. I've talked to guys that have put in as many as 5-6 pounds of figs. I don't want the figs to be too dominant, and so we're going with 1.5 pounds of figs today. And we're going to steam them because we don't really want to boil the figs. We want to keep that flavor, but they've got all those nooks and crevices, and so we want to make sure that we get those well cleaned out. We're going to be taking some of the beer that's in the primary, and we're going to put it into a pot and bring it up to a boil, oddly enough. Yes, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to put all of that into a blender, and we're going to puree these figs, which should be much softer at that point. So we can put them in that form into the secondary and get a nice mix. We're also this is our SJPORR Experimental Beer. We're also going to be adding 4 ounces of cocoa nibs, and we're going to be slicing down this morning 2 vanilla beans to go into that secondary as well. So beyond that, now we're going to take, this was about a 6-gallon batch. We're going to be taking about 1 gallon of that and putting it into a second fermenter where we're going to be adding our bourbon that's been soaking on dark American oak with vanilla beans as well.
I can complain about that.
For about 6-7 months. So some of that's going to go into our 1 gallon, and we're going to see how that turns out with the bourbon. All right, so the timer's going off.
Yes, off timer.
Turn off our steamer over here, and then we took a measurement. We're at 1.021. We wanted to be at about 1.019, so that's pretty close. And we're not done yet. It's only been a week. We're going to go ahead and pour this now into, and we've sterilized everything, of course. And we're going to bring this up to a simmer, like a low boil, to help with the pureeing. We're going to get onto that and show you that. It should be, oh, I did take a sip. It's tasting good.
I took a sniff.
All right. Everything's nice and clean and tidy. We've lightly simmered the beer just to warm it up to help with the puree process. So we're going to go ahead and pour that in.
Oh yeah, this should be good.
Those figs smelled amazing as they were steaming. So I'm looking forward to how this is going to improve the beer, or affect the beer.
Alright, here goes that.
Once again, we're going to put a little bit of this into our 1 gallon here. Put as close down the center as possible.
So I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was pretty cool. The figs, you know, cooking those up, putting the cocoa.
Yeah, steam and puree them, the cocoa nibs, 4 ounces, and
doesn't sound good. And
the fresh vanilla beans sliced up.
And then in our second little gallon, I snuck in cinnamon stick.
Bastard.
It
it wasn't cinnamon. It was the stick. Are you just talking about the stick?
the stick we had.
Oh, that wasn't cinnamon. That was a licorice root.
Oh, that's
stick.
right. It was licorice
Yeah,
root. So we have
root.
that in there.
Nice.
I mean, so it's gonna be kind of cool.
And we snuck in more than that because we also put in some of our bourbon that's been aging for 7 months on vanilla beans, and
That's in the gallon one.
yeah, vanilla beans.
Yeah.
On dark American oak. So that bourbon went into that one. That's not going out.
That 1 gallon one might be badass.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
But,
yeah.
it was fun, and you know, I took a long weekend. I actually took Friday off and then went out to the coast with the buddies, so that was pretty good too. Can't complain about that.
So we all did all that Friday morning before he took off. So that should be awesome. I'm really kind of excited about that beer, and we're gonna be letting that sit for a good month, and then we'll go ahead and we'll bottle it up and let it condition for whatever it is, 4 to 6 weeks before we have to do shipping.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's enough. I'm sure we'll be aging some,
Definitely.
for longer term. But whoever gets those, I'm going to tell you, man, it tasted good to me coming out. So I know it smelled good, right?
It did smell good. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
And we're gearing up for the next beer because I am going to be doing a sobriety challenge of 30 days. It's a weight loss thing. I'm dreading it. Hey Josh, how you doing? Man, Beer Pig. Yeah, he's like, why did I do this crazy thing? He sends me a text today and I go, thanks. Yeah, thanks for saying that as you challenged me to do it.
I don't know if I've lost any weight because my fat ass keeps eating.
I better lose some weight. But we're gearing up for the next brew, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Officially Too Far Gone Brewing.
Too far gone.
Yep,
Brewing.
Too Far Gone, TWO. We'll be working on our double IPA. And I know a few of you guys got our original double IPA, which wasn't bad actually. But that was an extract version.
Yeah, it was an extract.
So I'm working up the all grain version, a hopped up version of it.
More hoppiness.
It
I
needs
like
more
that.
hops for sure.
More hops.
It's more than double the hops. Let's put it that way.
It sounded good.
Yeah. And we're adding one additional hop in it right at flame out. It should be pretty freaking awesome. So we'll talk about that more when we get there. But again, we want to say thank you to all our viewers and new viewers and subscribers. If you like our videos, please subscribe. We're a bunch of idiots. Let us kick our numbers up just so we can feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
We're idiots like that.
Boost my ego, okay?
Right. And I am watching everyone else's videos and enjoying them, and hopefully you're seeing comments. If you don't see comments from me, say, Kevin, damn it, why are you not watching my videos? And I'll jump in there, all right? That's my promise to you. Anyway, that's enough from us for today.
It's over and beyond as usual.
Yep. So anyway, from Clements Homebrew, you have a fantastic week. And as SJ says, enjoy the fruits of your labor.
I'll eventually do it.
Or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys.
It's vodka.
Cheers.